Hi there, this is Susan Beyer with Fun with Research, and today I am answering a question I got about incentives. What's the right way to set them up? What should you be offering? What's most effective? So incentives are fundamentally a token of appreciation for somebody taking the time and effort to provide their insight on your survey. There are three different things I want you to think about with regard to incentive. The first is, what is the structure of the incentive you're offering? You can give everyone who completes the survey something, like a gift card, or you can run a drawing, which is a sweepstakes, where like everybody who completes your survey has a chance to enter a drawing. There'll be one grand prize or two or three prizes they have a chance to win. That's called a sweepstakes. And they really operate differently and have some issues related to both of them. The first is on the give everybody something angle. You really have to watch your budget. So you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to limit the number of people who can participate so that you can predict how much money you're going to have to spend on incentives, or you're not going to do that and know that you have a theoretically unlimited incentive budget, which most people don't have. So sometimes when you're running a give everybody something, that can be a little challenging in terms of managing your budget. Sweepstakes, on the other hand, you know exactly what your budget's going to be because you're going to have one or two or three prizes of a particular value. But as we'll talk about later in this video, sweepstakes have a lot of legal implications that you have to be aware of. They have to be set up in a very specific way, and they're very different depending on the rules of the countries that you are running your sweepstakes in. So it's a little more involved to run a sweepstakes, but those are your options. The second thing to think about is your incentive going to be relevant? You want it to be relevant to the people that you want to take the survey. If you're offering free product from your company, that may be very appealing to some, but not very appealing to people maybe who've never heard of your company or who are using a competitor. And if you want them in your survey, then you need to give them something that will be of value to them too. Money's always universally acceptable, a Visa cash card or a Visa gift card, but there may be something that's more particularly relevant for the audience that you are trying to engage, whether they are your customers or not. So give that a little bit of a thought. If you're doing B2B research, understand that many companies have rules in which people cannot accept incentives. So in that case, you'd want to set something up so that the winner can choose between receiving the prize or donating that value, which you can do for them in their name, to a charity of their choice, which is typically accepted at companies that prevent people from taking incentives. So you want something to be relevant. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't offer a coupon code on your product, or maybe the alternative of getting an amount of your product or service that is worth a higher value than the cash would be, than the gift card would be. But you do need to have something that fundamentally anyone participating in your survey would find of value. The third thing is you need to be really careful about legality. There are often very specific rules by country about how you can run drawings or sweepstakes. There are rules about how you have to post the rules, allowing people who are not participating in your survey to still enter your sweepstakes. In Canada, participants who win a sweepstakes have to complete a skill test, like an addition question or something like that, and that has to be in the rules. There are often rules about the amount that you can offer legally in a sweepstakes without going through additional hoops. And a lot of companies have rules about the extent to which their products can be used as prizes. Everybody likes to think of giving away an iPad, but the reality is that Apple precludes the use of their products in sweepstakes unless you get specific approval from them beforehand. So be careful about your prize, because you might get into hot water. And just because you think something would be a cool prize doesn't mean that the respondents you're trying to get in your survey will think it's a cool prize. So try to take yourself out of it and give some consideration to what actually would be a relevant token of appreciation to anyone that you would want to hear from in your survey. So incentives, sometimes people think of them as sort of a check the box situation. They actually have a little more strategy behind them and a lot more considerations in terms of legality and structure and the things you need to do to set them up, to select winners and to award those prizes. So your research provider should have this information if they are doing sweepstakes for their clients. Certainly consult a sweepstakes attorney. If you are going to be offering drawings as incentives on your own, just make sure that your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted when it comes to the legal requirements of the countries where you will be operating your survey and offering your incentives. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Certainly go to funwithresearch.com. You'll see more videos and you can ask a question like the one I answered today that I will answer on future videos. I hope you have a great day. Take care.